Have you ever looked at the current housing market and felt like you were losing your mind because the numbers simply do not make any sense? You are definitely not crazy for feeling that way. We have all been taught that buying a house is the ultimate financial milestone and the guaranteed path to building wealth. But as we navigate through the reality of 2026, the fundamental math behind homeownership has completely changed. If you look at the average national home prices hovering around $430,000 and combine them with current interest rates, the traditional advice completely falls apart. People are terrified of being priced out forever, so they rush into terrible financial decisions out of pure panic. They end up becoming totally house poor and sacrificing their actual freedom just to own a piece of property. Today, we are going to look at the cold, hard math of buying a house right now. We will break down exactly what it actually costs to own a home in the modern economy. But before we get to the hidden expenses that bankrupt new buyers, we have to start with the biggest barrier of them all. Chapter 1. The massive down payment hurdle. The very first mathematical nightmare you face in the modern housing market is simply getting your foot in the front door. For decades, financial experts confidently told everyone to save up a standard 20% down payment before buying a property. But when the median home price sits well above $400,000, 20% is an absolutely staggering amount of cash. We are talking about saving nearly $90,000 just to avoid paying expensive mortgage insurance every single month. For the average young professional dealing with elevated living costs, accumulating that much liquid cash feels completely impossible. Your wages are fighting a losing battle against inflation while house prices continue to slowly creep upward year after year. This creates a terrifying sense of urgency where you feel like you are chasing a high-speed train that never actually stops. Many buyers eventually give up and settle for putting down just 3 or 5% to finally get into the market. But taking on a massive loan with a tiny down payment triggers a very dangerous mathematical trap, and this trap involves the true cost of borrowing money in our current economic climate. Chapter 2. The staggering cost of interest. When people calculate whether they can afford a house, they usually just look at the final purchase price and assume that is what they are paying. But the actual mathematical reality of a 30-year mortgage is much more terrifying when you look closely at the numbers. With current average mortgage rates sitting around 5% in 2026, the total amount of money you pay the bank is absolutely massive. If you borrow $400,000 over 30 years, you will end up paying nearly $400,000 in pure interest alone. You are essentially buying one house for yourself and a second complete house for the banking institution. During the first 10 years of your mortgage, the vast majority of your monthly payment goes directly toward paying off that heavy interest. You are barely building any real equity in the property despite writing a massive check every single month. This brutal amortization schedule means that you are highly vulnerable if you need to sell the house within the first few years. But the interest payments are actually only a fraction of the total expenses you will face. The real danger comes from the expenses that nobody ever mentions. Chapter 3. The phantom costs of ownership. The biggest lie society tells us about buying a house is that your monthly mortgage payment is the maximum amount you will ever pay for housing. The absolute truth is that your mortgage is just the baseline starting point for a mountain of invisible monthly expenses. Real estate experts refer to these as the phantom costs of homeownership, and they completely destroy the budgets of unprepared buyers. You have to account for property taxes that inevitably increase every single year as your home goes up in value. Then you have mandatory homeowners insurance, which has become significantly more expensive due to changing weather patterns across the country. You also need to budget at least 1% of your home value annually just for basic maintenance and sudden emergency repairs. If your roof suddenly leaks or your furnace completely dies in the middle of winter, there is no landlord coming to save you. You have to write that terrifying check entirely by yourself. When you add up all these unavoidable phantom costs, owning a house is often wildly more expensive than renting a similar property. This mathematical reality brings us to a highly controversial topic that makes traditional homeowners extremely angry. Chapter 4. The truth about renting. You have probably been told a million times that renting is exactly the same as setting your money on fire. The old narrative claims that paying rent is simply paying your landlord's mortgage and gaining absolutely nothing in return. But in the mathematical landscape of 2026, this classic advice is fundamentally flawed and mathematically incorrect. When you pay rent, you are simply paying for a necessary service, exactly like buying food or paying for electricity. Renting provides you with maximum financial predictability because your monthly rent is the absolute maximum amount you will pay for housing that month. You completely avoid the massive interest payments and the expensive property taxes and the terrifying emergency repair bills. By keeping your housing costs perfectly fixed, you protect your monthly budget from sudden, unexpected financial shocks. Renting also protects your valuable time because you never have to spend your weekends fixing broken pipes or mowing a massive lawn. But the absolute biggest mathematical advantage of renting is what you can do with the money you are actively saving by not buying a house. This brings us to the most powerful wealth-building concept in existence. Chapter 5. The ultimate opportunity cost. The most critical mathematical concept you must understand before buying a house is something called opportunity cost. This simply means evaluating what else you could have done with your money if you did not tie it up in a single property. Let us imagine you actually managed to save up that massive $90,000 down payment we discussed earlier. If you sink all that cash into a house, that money is effectively trapped behind drywall and completely inaccessible to you. But if you choose to rent and invest that exact same amount into a broad stock market index fund instead, the math gets incredibly exciting. Historically, the stock market provides a significantly higher average annual return than residential real estate over long periods. While your invested money compounds rapidly in the background, it also remains completely liquid and totally accessible if you ever need it. When you factor in the massive phantom costs you avoid by renting, the renter who diligently invests the difference often ends up significantly wealthier than the homeowner. But building wealth is not just about compounding interest, it's about maximizing your ability to earn more money. Chapter 6. The hidden premium of mobility. One of the most overlooked variables in the housing math equation is the incredible financial value of geographic mobility. When you buy a house, you are anchoring yourself to a very specific location and a very specific local job market. Selling a property is an incredibly slow and expensive process involving paying massive commissions to real estate agents and lawyers. This heavy friction means you are much less likely to move across the country for a massive promotion or a much better job opportunity. In the fast-moving modern economy, the fastest way to drastically increase your income is usually by changing companies or relocating entirely. Renters have the ultimate superpower of extreme flexibility, allowing them to easily pack up and chase the best financial opportunities available anywhere. You can seamlessly move to a cheaper city if your company allows remote work, instantly reducing your living expenses by thousands of dollars. Tying yourself down to a 30-year mortgage drastically limits your ability to adapt to a rapidly changing economic environment. So how do we actually navigate this stressful housing market without completely ruining our financial future? The answer is surprisingly simple. Chapter 7. How to actually win the game. The ultimate secret to surviving the 2026 housing market is to completely detach your emotions from the mathematical reality. You must firmly refuse to buy a house simply because society tells you it's the next logical step in your adult life. You should only ever purchase a property when the math comfortably works for your specific budget without causing you massive financial anxiety. A great rule of thumb is to ensure your total housing costs never exceed roughly 30% of your monthly take-home pay. This calculation must include your mortgage and taxes and insurance and a generous buffer for unexpected maintenance repair bills. If those numbers don't work in your current city, you have total permission to proudly continue renting and aggressively investing your extra cash. Buying a house should be a deliberate lifestyle choice to plant roots in a community, not a desperate panic move driven by a deep fear of missing out. Once you accept this mathematical reality, you instantly remove a massive amount of unnecessary stress from your daily life. You can finally stop worrying about the crazy housing market and simply focus on building your version of true wealth.